Welcome to the Hatewatchers podcast, the second episode. I'm your host, D. Kane. It's co-host Razor ATX.
Hey guys, I'm Razor.
And we are here with Lukeafk.
Hey.
What up, Luke? I want to kind of just get that out of the way because the people that aren't here or have never seen you, I don't even know the answer to this. Why? Just like
the eyebrows?
Was it like a goal or was it just cuz or?
Basically, I lost. That's what happened. I lost a challenge, and I am paying the consequences. It's not a good look. Like, let's just be honest. I can't go anywhere, dude.
I think it looks great, dude.
It looks better than it did.
Excuse you?
I mean, when it started to grow in a little, I'm saying.
You're telling me, dude, I had a biker like fall in the road when I was driving, and I went to go help him, and he just got scared and just said no.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Okay, actually, so you brought this up because while we were muted, I was curious about your Twitter picture. What the hell happened to your body?
So that was the challenge. It wasn't just waxing eyebrows. It was waxing everything. And so
Wait, did you wax this strip?
No, I didn't wax the strip. Those are two separate streams. So I shaved my head because XQC in a clip, I think he was joking, but I don't know. He had said something about like, I did this shit. I started this shit. And I was like, dude, no, you didn't.
Wait, started what shit?
Like blonde hair. Like having that look. And I
thought his natural hair was blonde.
No.
I'm stupid.
It's bleached. And so I was like, fuck it, I'll just shave it. I need a new look anyways. And so I did that. But then I already had planned to do a challenge where it's like, if you laugh, you wax everything. But the problem is that it's good in theory. It looks good for a thumbnail. But dude, you're not supposed to like put the wax strips on and then take them off like 20 minutes later, which is what we did.
Wait, why not? That's what I did when I've done it.
I don't know what I did wrong, but my body was like screwed. Like
you probably left it on too long.
Yeah, it was really bad, like really bad. And so I had like bruises over my entire body. I mean, the hair is gone. Like, I don't know if people can like see that, but there's like just random chunks of hair missing like everywhere.
Yeah, when I saw the Twitter picture, I actually thought you like went into a fire to save a puppy because that's like something you would do.
I should have said that.
Yeah, I should have. Because that's what it looked like. It looked like you had burns all over your body.
Yeah, I should have one-upped. Who was that saved that puppy? Will Neff?
Did he save a puppy?
Yeah, from like the freeway. I should have one-upped him, dude.
Yeah.
Are you getting questions like when you go to Walmart or something? Like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah, all the time. My brother texted me and he just straight up asked, "Are you okay?" And I was like, I don't even know what to say to this. Yeah, I'm good. Plus 28K, you know what I mean? Not bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, okay, the 28K thing, was that part of the challenge? I mean, obviously I know why you lost it, but I want to know what you mean by 28K.
Well, basically, like, I felt like I owed something because if people don't know, I'm pretty sure most people know, but I got scammed by Sliker for like $28,000.
Right.
And to be honest, I had like written that money off. At this point, it had been like 6 months since I had sent him the money. So I was like, I'm not getting that back. You kidding me? Like $28,000, how am I going to get that back? And then thankfully, like the whole thing came out with Sliker and then X just paid me back.
Weren't you the person that kind of exposed him?
I wasn't the person that initially exposed him, but I was part of the group of people that we had all like talked together to like form a narrative of like, not like form, like fabricate, like form as in like we needed to talk to one another in order to figure out like what the hell was going on, because everyone up to that point thought that they were the only person that was giving him money.
Did you like decide on the day, I'm going to say this on stream this day, or was it kind of like
oh, hell no. Hell no.
You just kind of blurted it out.
Yeah, how did it happen? Like,
basically someone just had posted it and it got leaked, and then I saw it and I was like, I have to go public with it now, because I was never going to go public with it.
Yeah.
Or at least I didn't know. I had no idea what to do.
We have the clip of you going public with it.
I can just explain the clip.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, was there no audio on the clip?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. I can just explain it. Basically, I had gone live, and I originally had planned to take 2 weeks off from streaming. Like the stream before that, I honestly, I broke down in front of my chat because I was like, I can't do this. Like, I actually can't do this. I'm too stressed out. Some of the Sliker stuff wasn't involved, but it was more just like there was way too much going on in my life. Mm-hmm. And then it came out, and I was like, I actually have to go live. I have to make it public, because the people that had all come out, there wasn't one person that had gotten scammed more than me. And so I thought it was like just necessary to just like at least like give my side as well. And To answer your question in a short way, no, it was not planned to go out that day. But I thought about that after though, because it seemed that way because it was on a Saturday, like midday, and I was like, this is like weird. So maybe they planned it. I have no clue. But that day I had a U-Haul, and the reason why my room is empty is because I was moving. I was literally right about to move. So no, it was definitely not planned. It was the actually worst timing.
Yeah. So I'm curious as how it all kind of, I guess, started. Like you found out from what, a tweet?
I found out from that post on Reddit.
Okay, so on Reddit.
Well, actually, no. Someone had messaged me and they had said like, dude, like this just went public because I had only told like 3 people in my life because I was so embarrassed of it, and they had messaged me and they were like, bro, like like, isn't this the same person or whatever? And I was like, shit. So, and I found out that like the 10 people that were featured too were 10 other people that weren't in the same group as me.
Oh.
Yeah. Yikes. Yeah, from my knowledge, he asked like almost everyone. He didn't ask me because I'm just completely irrelevant or because he knew I'd say no because I definitely fucking say no. I don't
Are
have
you
that
sure?
Kind of money. Yeah, 100% I'd say no. I mean, if it was like someone, well, you have to also understand he's not like someone I was that close to. He would just be like a streamer that I've hung out with. He wouldn't, I'd be like, why are you asking me this, bro? There's like a million other people that you're closer with. But so that's the difference. I don't know how close you were with him.
Well, the thing is that I wasn't like incredibly close to him, but he was one of the first streamers to ever like put me on. Like he had like dating shows and he always had me on, and he would like have me on his streams and stuff like that. And he was always super supportive. And I just felt like I could trust him. Obviously, it was a mistake.
Right.
But, I mean, yeah.
Did you feel like almost like, oh, this guy put me on, so did you feel almost like you kind of owed him something?
Yeah, kind of. You know, it's
that
like one of those things, like, I think in the content world, there's no way to, like, quantify someone, like, helping you out in that way. And on top of that, he'd only asked me for, like, 3,000 at the beginning.
Time, right?
Yeah, it was only 3,000 the first time, which is a lot of money, but he had just finished his subathon, so I was like, 25,000. I'm gonna get that money back,
right? Like
easily.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then so he borrowed $3,000, and then how many times did he borrow? Like how did it, or you give him money? How did that work? It was $3,000. Did he ask you multiple times?
So the thing about this, and this was a bad call, but yeah, he had asked for the $3,000, and then he had the next day, because he was in the U.S. at the time, and he said that his bank was locked.
Yeah.
And I mean, you guys know if you're in Austin, it's the best place to stream with other people. There's no other place that has as many people here. So he was saying he was gonna have to go back to the UK if he couldn't pay back this money. So he had a tax debt collector letter that he sent me, where it literally just had 20,000.
And this is the more recent time he came to visit. Yeah. So,
yeah.
Yeah. Wait, we were just going through our old stuff, and there's this vlog where he showed up in the U.S. and he was on this vlog we were doing at our old house, and it was 2019, and he says, "I need the money, man. I'm broke," or whatever.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He had to go to the horse
it's
races,
like
bro.
Foreshadowing, dude.
Yeah.
And didn't he? I don't know. Fuck it. I'm bringing it up anyways. Didn't last time you saw him, he asked you for an IRL donation?
Yeah, but I took it completely as a joke.
As a joke.
Yeah. We were at a streamer's house, and he's like, "Oh, Razor, remember you?" He's like, "Yo, could I get a dono, bro, or you gift a bunch of subs or something?" I'm like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
But
I heard that, and then I was like, oh, maybe he was serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, little did you know there was just a big tennis match going on, and he had to place his bet.
So it was probably always on his mind, right?
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, tennis is going, all year long. So are the horse races.
How many times did he have to freaking lose?
Well, that was the thing. When Miz looked at it, he was like, "You lose like a lot." Pretty much every time. And he was like, yeah.
And it's betting on tennis? Was it like betting like parlays, like this person had to get this many hits, or was it betting on the winner of the match?
I think it was both, but I know for a fact, and this is something that I've said only one time, but it's so funny. One of the tennis matches that he was betting on, he knew the player, Taylor Fritz, and he contacted him. He was like, "Yo, bro, can you lose for me?" And the guy was like, "What?" He was wanting one of the best professional tennis players to throw the match just so his bet he would win, dude.
And we have that clip too, I think.
Wait, there's a clip of this?
Yeah.
Well, it's just me explaining it.
Oh, okay.
No? Okay.
I can just explain it. It's funny though to me because I knew this kid when I was in elementary school. I knew the tennis player.
Which is a crazy coincidence.
Yeah, it's
that's
insane.
insane.
Like he's not like a small player. He's like, I think he's with Nike. He like, has commercials and stuff. It's super random.
So like, how did the information get to you from him? Was he just like, oh, this guy that's a streamer like contacted me, or
What, Taylor Fritz? I think he tweeted about it or something.
oh, he tweeted about it?
Or he made
Wait,
a
he
statement.
tweeted about Sliker?
I can't remember how it came out, but yeah, it came out that he like tried to do something with him.
Dude, isn't that like super illegal?
Yes.
Like, I mean-
match fixing?
So you saw that,
Jeez,
and
dude.
first thought was,
Well, this is after.
this? Oh, it was after.
This was not, he didn't do that after
Got
everything
it.
came out, but I found out about that way after. I found out about so much stuff after this all
Got
came
it.
out.
Yeah, because once something, shows, then more and more gradually gets light shown on it. And yeah, so that's probably.
Yeah, like one thing is like when he had paid me back the like 1K one time, I found out because Axion had messaged me and he was like, "What was the date of that?" And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "I'm almost positive he asked me for $1,000 and immediately sent it to you."
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking, like, because he's asking so many people, like
Yeah.
a ridiculous amount of people.
Oh,
and
it
I'm
was
like,
easily hundreds.
so like he gets all this money, right? Didn't he get? I don't know if this is true. Did he get like $100,000 from Train?
Yeah.
So couldn't he have just paid fucking everyone back with that, or was he already more in the hole than $100,000?
I think he was already more in the hole than $100,000, but
And then also he makes his own money.
well, yeah, and that's the other thing I was thinking. I was like, where's all that?
Yeah.
So I think one thing too that people don't consider is that like all his money is definitely gambled. So he's like probably in debt for taxes or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
he
for
owes
sure.
a load of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
But,
mean, he's
In that Train clip, he said like he was getting fake like screenshots, right? Of like people saying like, "Oh, he paid me back," right?
Oh.
fuck it, I'll say it. That has been a really bad problem. Like really bad. Thankfully they handled it now, but there was a lot of people trying to fake receipts.
What do you mean by that?
Basically, people were trying to fake receipts so that they could get money back from like X and Lud, the people that were paying them back.
Oh, so you're saying people were like faking that they borrowed money? to get-
Exactly.
That's fucked.
Sliker, because he's in the Discord full of people that, like they're all paying. Like it's a bunch of people that like are owed money. Then it's like a bunch of people that are helping, and then Sliker's in there. And Sliker himself was like,
gross.
I don't recognize a lot of people in here. Like, I don't even know them. So you had people like in this Discord. I felt so bad too because the Discord is public at first and there's people just shitting on everyone.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people, most of them had not been paid back yet and are like legitimately incredibly sad about the situation. And
Rightfully so. It's a
Yeah.
lot of money. And I heard some of these people, it was like a lot of money to them, like a lot.
yeah,
And it's just, he completely abused his position to get that money from these people.
And vulnerable people too. Like even you you had the situation with your brother at the time, right?
yeah, that was horrible. Like I totally get what people are saying. Like, why would you ever do that? But at the same time, people don't consider that everyone can make a mistake like that. First off, I'm not justifying it, but like during that time specifically for me was one of the worst times of my life. Like the person that's closest to me, without exaggeration, like that one person for me, like had attempted suicide.
Yeah.
So of course I'm not gonna be thinking rationally. I literally got a phone call of that. I booked a ticket for the next day, and that was the same day that he had first asked me for money.
Right.
So yeah, it was just I wasn't thinking rationally at all.
I mean, and there's also people out there, like, you're obviously, I think, just have a good heart. And I think there's a lot of people that did have good hearts, and they were like, oh man, he really needs help. And these people actually are, out of the goodness of their hearts, trying to help. And little do they know, it's being used on sports gambling.
Yeah, I mean, the worst part about it is that he never got a max win, which is just super unfortunate,
What
That's
is that?
bad
What
luck.
is that?
That's
What
bad
is that meme? You have to keep going until you hit your max win or whatever.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Only pussies tap out,
Yeah.
Just got to keep going. Got to keep borrowing.
Bad idea.
Yeah.
Bad idea. Go ahead.
In retrospect, like what category would you put this in? Like, would you see this as just someone who lied to people? Would you say it rises to the level of like a scam? Or, is it I don't know. How do you like classify it in retrospect now, knowing everything?
I would categorize this as like he's a gambling addict, but he like is a legitimate scammer. It's not like he's just borrowing money. It's like he fabricated so much stuff to give people urgency to give him money. Like not normal stuff. Like he sent me screenshots of like a WhatsApp chat of someone else threatening his family, and then they sent a picture of like outside of his door, like his house. And I mean, those are all fake for sure. You know, the tax debt collector stuff, that might have been real. He told me he was like stuck in the US. I've heard like other people mention, you know, that he like wanted to like fly his like mom out for like whatever. And like she needed a flight for like something important with their family. Like there was a lot of stuff that like it was more than just like a lie. It was like, no, like he's actually like fabricating stuff to make people feel bad. Like he inspect elemented, I'm almost positive, his bank account being like negative $6,000, and then sent that to a lot of people. I don't know if those tax debt collector messages are real either, those letters.
Dude, how do you come up with that stuff? I
don't know.
You got to be like a compulsive liar to do something.
Well, he's
like
been
that.
doing this for years is the thing. So I think over time he just like realized like that he could get a lot more money by just.
I think that's the problem actually. I think he probably started doing it and then got away with it and realized, oh, I can do this to like everyone. And then he felt super confident, and then shit hit the fan.
But the weirdest part about it too is that I think everyone felt the same way as I did, where it was like, how could this be a scam? He's literally a streamer.
Right. No, when I heard that, yeah.
Public figure, right?
Yeah, how would that ever work? You know, if you do something shitty, eventually it's going to come out. Like,
And you
eventually.
also, yeah, you see him and he's like, you're like, okay, this guy makes money, and you're like, sure, he'll definitely be able to pay me back. You know, that's what I would think.
That's exactly what I thought. You know, it's not like he's not making any money.
And what was the main reason you didn't want to come forward at first? Was it something like you didn't want, like, was it because you were close to him? What was the reason you didn't come out right away?
I was embarrassed. It was mostly embarrassing, but also I don't ever really want to be that person that just is like, that's a scammer.
Right.
That's like, I'm not saying to Sliker, but like, or whatever. You know, I would never want someone to like call someone out for like being a scammer or whatever other reason, because then it's pinned on you. You also take the fall for that in a certain type of way. And like, I also just I don't want someone to have some like hatred against me because I came out as well. I mean, I'm thinking differently now, of course, you know, standing up for like what's right in different situations, but like this stuff is scary, you know, even with the situations recently with all like the stuff with the drama recently, I mean, that you guys know about, anyone around here was scared to talk about that.
Talk about anything, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you say that at the wrong time, and then the tide comes against you, right? And then it just kind of it gets hidden, right? And then
100%.
And then, you know, an entire community is now shitting on you because, yeah.
I mean, I can also.
You're in a tough spot.
I can completely understand, like, if you thought you were the only one that borrowed money. I mean, I'd be embarrassed too, and I don't think I'd come forward. But as soon as I found out he did it to anyone else, yeah, you got to come forward, because then it's not just you.
Yeah, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, the streaming scene is just, it's a little scary in a way, because, and I think this is something that maybe people don't fully consider, is that at the end of the day, like take Adri's situation, for example. Before that stuff happened, she was friends with everyone. She was invited to everything. And then after that happened, nothing. Right. And this isn't like, oh, like, man, that sucks for her career. It's like, no, now she can't hang out with anyone.
Right.
Now she's home alone. And like, I talked with her for a long time, and it made her like incredibly sad for the entirety of the time that it happened till when it got released recently again.
You know, the thing is, I didn't even notice that because, like, you know, I got invited pretty much everywhere, and she would still be invited here. So I still saw her.
Yeah.
So I didn't even notice. But then when I heard about it all, it kind of clicked that she was never at the other places.
Yeah.
We had her birthday party here last year.
Yeah.
We've always kind of just,
I didn't even notice personally.
I mean, operated on the like, until we see something like, you know, you're good with us.
Yeah.
Right. So, but yeah.
Yeah. Just it's just unfortunate. I don't know. It's so real when you're actually here and around people, and like how much it affects people. It's crazy. Like this, it's not just like pixels on a screen to like
absolutely
all of us, but yeah.
It's so easy to forget because the way it used to be, everybody was spread out, right? So like yeah, I don't want to go too much into my take on it, but it's way different when you see people in person.
Yeah, there's a lot more consequences than like losing internet points.
Yeah.
It's like these people are very real.
The way I've always just looked at everyone is like everyone just seems completely normal, and then like shit comes out, and I'm just like, what? Because I know them, you know. Like it shocks me. I think it shocks a lot of people when you like hear some shit, and you're just like, what? I've known that person forever. Like Sliker, I was like, really? Like he did that? Because I met him, and he seemed like goofy, right? And I was like, no way he did that.
No, 100%. And I was thinking like, dude, I like met you in real life. Like how weird is that?
Yeah.
I met you in real life, like we've like spent time with one another, and then you do something like this. It's like, what are you doing?
I don't get how. I don't understand how you can do that to another human.
In a lot of the cases, he was sending that same video, right?
Yeah.
To asking for the money, and then like at some point that probably started as laziness, right?
Yeah.
But then it probably became like arrogance.
Wait. So this is something I didn't really study this, but I've seen the video. Does he do a different video with the same speech every time? Because I noticed he said their names in the video.
I think in the videos of himself, he would record those, but he would send the same letter to people. Like the tax debt collector one, he would send the same. I think the video of like his bank balance, he would send that to people. So he was reusing things, which is kind of funny because it's like, dude, like you're pushing limits already, and then you're sending the same exact videos to people.
Dude, he said it's literally like he had a script.
Yeah.
It's literally like he wrote down this exact script and said everything except for the name.
Yeah.
I was mind blown. I was like, and like he has the same demeanor, the same everything. Like he like tried to like fake emotions and shit, dude. Ugh.
Yeah, dude. I was watching XQC react to what's it called? Like a clip of him, like he's like on like his phone like this, like strolling around his room, and he's like, "Wait, Sliker sent me this too." And he played the clip, and it was another one, but it just looked exactly the same as the other one because he had done it so many times.
Right.
Like an insane amount of times.
So I got a question about kind of your opinion on something. So obviously, I think that everyone should have gotten paid back, and I'm glad that they Ludwig and XQC did what they did. But do you think that takes kind of away from, you know, Sliker having any responsibility, or do you? Like, how is that gonna work? Are they gonna get him to pay back? Like, because I feel like he needs to take way more accountability personally.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, absolutely. If I was viewing the situation from like an outside perspective, I would say the same thing. Like, I mean, yeah, it's cool. Everyone got their money back.
That's still. I think that's top priority because that actually fixes the issue with those people. They're the ones that are hurt the most. But then the next issue is it gets Sliker just kind of off the hook.
Yeah.
And then all this other drama happens, and then no one really even thinks about this
right
anymore.
under the rug, right?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Sliker got he got lucky, dude.
Yeah.
Sliker got really lucky because not only did all this stuff come out, he's still not banned on Twitch. He's just unpartnered,
which is mind blowing.
Yeah, and because I mean, yeah, going off that point, it's so weird to me because he's like I still consider him like not a friend, but like I've met him.
Right. Acquaintance.
Yeah, but like, bro, the fact that he's not banned, he's like he was actually scamming people through the platform. It's not like he was doing it through Discord or whatever, which wouldn't matter because it's still anything that you do off platform matters on Twitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially when it can transfer over.
Dude, he was messaging people through Twitch and asking them. He was messaging his own viewers.
Yeah, I know.
Scamming his viewers, and so like I don't know, I it's whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think to a certain extent it does suck for him because I don't think he's going to learn from it. I'm just going to be honest. Like, how could you learn from that?
Especially when you get off.
Yeah, well, I mean, when he was on that stream with Miz, right, and he was talking, and it's like he was kind of waffling about maybe like getting help and all this stuff. Like, did you listen to all that? Like, how did you feel when you heard him talking? He didn't really have his tail between his legs. He was just kind of like joking around still.
To be honest, that's just kind of. I understand how people would like perceive that, but that's just kind of like the person that he is. And on top of that, if he's on Miz's stream, it's a very different. Like there's always like some form of like comedic relief or whatever. And I think it was really hard for him to not play into that. But also like in a situation like his where he's like completely in the wrong, it's really normal for people to be like jokey because they're nervous.
Yeah.
I personally didn't really take it any type of way. If I was in a situation, I'd probably do. Actually, no, I wouldn't. Fuck that.
I don't know how you. Honestly, I don't know how you do that because it's not a joking situation whatsoever.
I mean, I respect the fact that he did go on, but I'd probably just break down. I mean, dude, You just got outed for not only scamming like a bunch of your peers, people that you've met in real life, but most importantly, your viewers. And some viewers that needed the money so badly, it was their money to like actually survive. That one girl that was getting chemo,
Yeah, that's
she was like struggling to
disgusting.
pay that because of the lend that she
Yeah.
gave.
Yeah. For viewers that don't know, he scammed someone who was on chemo. I don't know the amount, but it was a lot. So
Yeah, like it was a lot.
Was she in
of money.
America?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it wouldn't be. If she was in America, it'd be even worse.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
yeah.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
So now
Still bad.
There's all these other ramifications possibly because like giving money to somebody, there's tax ramifications. He doesn't live in the U.S. Like, are there people dealing with all that side of it, or is it like a bunch of streamers just got together and were like, "This is how we're gonna handle it"? Like,
I'm gonna be honest that nothing's gonna happen. Like at least from what I think. Like
Right.
what legal ramification is he going to suffer?
I'm not even talking about. I'm not talking about like him facing like criminal charges. I'm talking about these people are getting paid back like huge sums of money.
Yeah.
It like affects their taxes. You know, is this something that the Twitch community is just like, we're gonna handle this on our own? Like, or, you know, like I'm surprised there wasn't like a charity for the victims of Sliker scam set up or something to like deal with
I don't know. I kind of live by this. At the end of the day, dude, no one cares. If they're not you or like someone you know, people don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and to be honest, like with charity and stuff like that, like yeah, there maybe is a charity out there, but like this is such like a niche scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, them giving basically giving that money back was almost like a charity. It just doesn't have the tax breaks,
Right.
probably.
And I think a lot of people that got scammed also are people that like make money because it wasn't just viewers. Obviously,
Oh,
there's a
yeah.
lot of streamers.
A lot of streamers.
Surprisingly, I won't say any of them, but there are a lot of people that never
Yeah.
said anything about it because they had also. I'll say it like this: there was more people than that came out like privately in a sense. Like they told like their peers, but they didn't actually go public.
Right.
There was a fair amount of streamers like that where they had given like a few grand and they just didn't even feel it was worth it to, you know, go public because there's already 75 or 55 people or however many people.
So crazy.
Yeah.
It boggles my mind how he can actually get away with that many people. Like you would think maybe like 10 people, someone's gonna say something, but over 70.
Yeah, it
Just
blew
blows
my
my
mind
mind,
too,
dude.
dude. It blew my mind. I think people are just too nice.
So do
me
you think?
included.
Do you think he deserves like jail?
I don't know. Maybe.
I do.
You think so?
Oh yeah. So what he did? That's like robbing a lot of people. That's really all it is. Imagine if someone came up and robbed like 70 people.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, he should serve some sort of consequence. I think
For sure. I think jail.
How long do you think though?
Like a year.
Yeah, I'd say it's fair. Jail
A year
for
or
a
two.
year. Yeah, that's probably fair. I mean, dude, yeah, the stuff that he did is ridiculous. Like, it makes me a bit sad for the people that still maybe haven't gotten paid back yet, or just people in general, that some of this was like overshadowed a bit by like other stuff going on, which does need attention as well.
Right.
But like, even while all this other stuff has been going on, there's still people that are like legitimately struggling mentally because they have like trust issues now.
Yeah.
True.
You know, like it's
And they'll never
affected.
trust again.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, I've had trust issues before, like for a long time, and that didn't help at all. And I was talking to people in the Discord, and they said the same thing.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people.
Dude, the crazy thing is for me, I trust even after I get fucked over for some reason. It takes me a little while, but I always recover, and then I have trusting again. Like one time my friend stole my truck while I was sleeping and crashed it and then ran away from the police, came to my house and was like, hey, your truck is completely totaled and the police are there. Will you go get it? And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
What?
And then I go to my truck and his friends steal my shit while I'm at my house. Yeah, trust issues.
What?
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah, it was the craziest story. He wrecks my truck, goes back to my apartment. Anyways, it's not about me, but that's why
still
I have
crazy,
trust
though.
issues.
By the
yeah.
way, chat, if there is anything you want to ask Luke in the second half today, ! Ask in the chat. Our producers are collecting questions from those donos. We're not guaranteeing that they will be asked, not even guaranteeing that he will answer if you ask. But,
I'm not answering anything. Okay, guys.
He'll
we're
chew
gonna
through
ask,
the wires.
We're gonna ask the best questions that come out of that. So !ask in the chat. Yeah.
Did you guys go through the sponsor yet, or no?
What sponsor?
Guys, !steak in the chat. Brought to you by Sliker.
Last chance. There's a few days left. Right?
Sports gambling on stake
Yeah,
by
bro.
Sliker.
There's some good matches lined up. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
There's some good ones.
Hopefully not fixed though.
Sliker would have to contact him. I think we're good.
So what's your general like feeling after all this? Like, was this cathartic for it to happen? Was it like stressful?
If honestly, after everything all said and done, I'm just glad that it got the exposure that it needed. Because the thing that I felt bad mostly of all, because I'm just gonna be honest, it's not impossible for me to make money. I don't have like an insane amount of money. Don't get me wrong, but the best part for me was that the people that like were affected, like the worst, got their money back.
Right.
There's people that like had sold stuff to pay him. There's people that actually work very like minimum wage jobs. And I was talking to one of them. I was on some plane. They like wanted to call me or whatever. I was like, I can't. And they were like, Luke, I'm at my job right now trying to, because we were just like memeing around about it at a certain point. We just had to, because we're all down so much money. And I would just put in the Discord like, God, I'm poor, Sag, or whatever. And then they would take a screenshot at work because like they're working construction or like whatever, and they would be like working back for that money that Sliker took from me. Like,
That's so crazy.
yeah, it was nuts, dude.
Did everyone get their stuff back, or is there?
I'm not sure.
You don't know?
Yeah, I hope so. I'd have to check the Discord, but I think it's like all the people are verified. That's what I know. Everyone in there has like been verified with receipts and everything. I don't know if they're all paid back yet, though.
So didn't you say something about like people trying to fake receipts? Like how did they prove they were real? Like how did that work?
I don't want to go into the entire process because first off, I don't know, but second, I think because at this point, Sliker has nothing to lose,
Right.
you know, and he was helping them confirm some of them, but also like there's different methods that they use to confirm all of them. I don't really know all of them, but for me personally, when I was talking to like CoffeeZilla, I sent like his addresses and shit, because he had sent me 3 different addresses.
Yeah.
And that was another thing, is that he had sent me specifically an address that couldn't be tracked to anywhere else.
Right. See, the problem is with Sliker being in there, I wouldn't trust a goddamn thing he said. You know, like that's not a good way to confirm stuff after he's the one that scammed.
Well, he's not the only person confirming, but yeah, that's what I was thinking about too. I mean,
who else would confirm? I just don't understand, because Sliker could. Anyways, I feel like Sliker is completely untrustworthy at this point. I don't want to trust a goddamn
the
thing he
people
said.
that are handling it are like incredibly trustworthy.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Shout out Wojito's doing a lot of work for that.
Yeah.
So
Shout out
Mojito.
Mojito.
Yeah, he's done more than people even know.
Wait,
Way more.
did he get scammed as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. I don't know if he's gone into detail about that, but yeah, it wasn't small.
Man, how many people do we know? I mean, I know a few, but like,
What
that's
was
so
the
crazy.
final amount? Do
For
you
me?
know? Like total. I heard like there was like doing
Dude,
a running total.
They said it was 300,000, but from everything that I added up and looked at myself, it had to have been over 500,000.
Mm-hmm.
It had to have been.
Really?
Yeah, because dude, even just me, Train, and then this other guy, I can't remember his name, but he took I think 26K from him. That's over 150 grand. Not to
Right.
mention, what if there are some people that don't still know? That it has to be over 500. Like it
Yeah.
has to be.
Has Sliker talked to you since you came out with this, or?
Yeah, he actually sent me a video, and dude, people gave me weird
Was he
reactions.
asking for more money? Sorry.
Yeah, he had told me that his lucky number 7, Bucky, was racing, and he said he needed a quick $1 grand. And I said no. He's like, okay, well then just a few spins. But no, he actually sent me a video, and he had like said my name in it, and he was just like apologizing and like going through the stuff, and it honestly it was really nice. I'm not like it's not. I've forgiven him, you know, but I'm obviously not gonna be friends with him.
Right.
Yeah, he had just called actually right before we got on. Zerka called me, and
Yeah.
he was like checking up on me, and apparently he was just on the phone with Sliker.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't think I could. I mean, I could talk to him, but I mean, it wouldn't be
there's just
a
no
friendly
point.
conversation.
Yeah, there's no point.
So I mean, obviously he's an addict, right?
Fuck yeah.
And just being discovered does not necessarily cure an addict. So I mean, do you think he's done, or do you think this is going to keep happening, like in other communities?
No, there's no way. He's still spinning for sure. You kidding me? Gambling addictions are insane.
Yes.
Yeah, but how is this going to happen in another community? Like the Twitch community, what's he going to go to YouTube and think no one there knows?
Well,
that kind of transfers over.
I mean, all I'll say is that I've seen a lot of really bad takes about this that are just like, oh, he was going to pay it back eventually.
No,
no, he wasn't.
No
I have
shot.
seen that. I have seen that. So like that just goes to show you like how much like a rabid viewer like really trusts their streamer sometimes.
Let's just say this: if he kept going, the hole would have just grown. He would have just taken money, gambled, hoped he won, lose. More money, more money, more money, more money. Especially because he's a shitty bettor.
Yeah, that was another.
So-
That's the thing, dude. Is that like, yeah, maybe he would have paid people back, but like, dude, he's like bad at gambling.
Yeah,
he's like a gambling addict that's like not good at it. So no one was getting that money back, bro. There's no way.
The
There's
worst
no way.
combination.
I don't think it was his intention to lose the money, and I think he always had the intention of paying people back. But like, you can't pay people back if you never win.
Right.
You know. So
You should never. That's something I'll say. You should never gamble money that is borrowed from someone. That is not your money. You know.
you should just never gamble
really.
money that you're not willing to lose.
Exactly.
Well,
You
the
should
problem
treat it
is
like
he
it's
was
a loss.
obviously willing to lose it because it wasn't his money.
That's true.
It's fucked.
That's very true. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that's what his thought process was. Like, well, if I lose it, I'll just pay him back way later, and then like just didn't think about it.
Dude, he wasn't thinking. Like, if someone lends you $1,000 in any scenario, you're paying them back within 2 months. Like,
for sure.
that's how it is. He was doing this for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you think he just wasn't planning on paying it back ever? Or what you said?
I don't think he wasn't planning on it, but there's no way that would happen. He would actually, like, no cap, have to max win. Like, he would have to. $500,000.
I'd have to understand the bets he was making to like see, like, was he betting like 1,000 on like huge parlays? So like if he did win, that would hit huge, or was
Maybe.
that's the only thing that would make sense? I don't know.
Yeah, what I wonder sometimes is I wonder how many times his balance was really high and he could have paid a bunch of people back, but he just wanted to
That's
like,
what I was wondering.
Yeah, me too.
because that's what happens with an addict to gambling. They get up there really high. They're like, oh, I got to make a little more, right? And then
Oh, it definitely
And
happened.
then
all
they
the way
lose it
back
and want
down.
it back, and then go all the way down.
Yeah, it definitely happened because I mean, take the train example for instance, he had like 55 grand. That's
Yeah.
a lot of money, dude. He could have paid back so many people. He could have paid
Yeah.
back
Wait, what do you mean he had 55 grand?
from train.
I thought
train.
it was 100.
It was 55 at first, and I think 45 after.
Okay, wait. So do you know? I don't know if you know about this, but did Train give that money even expecting it back?
No.
Yeah, he
I don't
did.
think so.
I would assume he did, and that's a lot of money to expect back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and on top of that, like with train doesn't. As far as I know, I've never heard of train lending. He always just gives.
Just gives. Yeah. It's a really, really
I think what
giving
I
person.
think what I heard him say was he said to Sliker, "I'll give you this money and then we're done." Like
Yeah.
as in we're done, like being friends.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
So
That's kind of a boss move. Here, take this money, but I'm never fucking with you again.
yeah.
Dude, Train is a boss, man.
Yeah, that's a boss move if I
Oh,
ever
yeah.
heard one.
I think Train's moving to YouTube.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I don't really see how else he could do it. There's some workarounds to that gambling stuff, though, I will say.
I mean, is like, okay, I don't know if you know about this, but like Stake US, is that still legal? Or can you still do that on Twitch without being banned? I don't know how it all works.
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's weird, though, because if Stake banned, like, the stuff that they banned, it's just very one-sided. If you're going to ban gambling, ban all of it. Why is sports gambling still a thing, then?
That's where the problem originated.
Which is what Sliker was doing.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, it
make any
doesn't make sense.
Yeah. It's just weird.
And also, do you know how Twitch tried to like sneak in that what was it, the 70-30 thing, like while
Yeah.
all the bullshit's
Yeah.
going on? Do you
Yeah.
think that was on purpose? Do you think they were like, maybe we can just slide this in there?
I think that's just classic Twitch, dude. I think they are just like clueless when it comes to that stuff. They just like don't. Their PR team just like doesn't. It doesn't exist, dude. They're like, we're dealing with like this crisis on like all the gambling stuff and people getting scammed. There's like massive drama, and then the CEO comes out and is like, hey guys, you're getting less money. It's like, what? Dude, people are already talking about going to YouTube, and now there's this. Like,
Yeah, there's just
By the
so
way,
many.
TwitchCon next week.
Oh yeah, I'm not going.
Dude, what do you guys think is going to happen there?
I think a lot of people are not.
There's about to be a
going.
giant brawl, then a riot, and through the streets, and yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
I know very few people actually going.
Really?
That's the thing. Yeah.
Oh,
I know people were planning on it, and then they backed out. I was planning on it, and then I backed out a few months ago, and then this happened, and I'm super backed out.
Wait, did you guys buy tickets and refund
hell,
it?
No.
Oh, I bought it. I gotta go, dude.
Yeah, you'd have to refund it before I forgot some certain date, but it's too late now for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I was also thinking like the chances of XQC going there is like very low, so
Dude.
I'll be able
Yeah,
to make a
I
few
mean, I don't.
appearances.
Is Soda Poppin going? Because if he's going, then maybe he'll go.
Yeah, if Soda, Chance, Poppin, Morris is going, I'll go. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah,
Nice.
completely understandable. But if he ain't going, he ain't going.
Now a raid's open in Wrath next week, so.
There's no dude.
No way, Chance is going.
Yeah,
dude.
Chance doesn't like those events anyways.
So you got any like final message for Sliker or the people scammed by him or anything you want to say on that, like to kind of close it out? Or anything you want to get off your chest that you haven't already said?
I think with Sliker, dude, you just need help, bro. You need help, man. Just stop gambling. Like it's bad. It's affected literally like everyone around you, like so horribly. Just stop gambling, get help. I mean, he told me he was getting help. Mm-hmm. I hope that the screenshot was real, because it goes past gambling. No one trusts you. How are you going to live your life if no one trusts you? But there is a way. There's a solution. Like he can make up for it, and then he can recover. Like there is steps. It's not like he can't do anything. So
Right.
And I guess to anyone that got scammed, I would just say like I'm in the same boat. You know, like it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It sucks. It's horrible. But I mean, it is what it is. Learn from it.
So if you are someone, by the way, that was scammed, and you don't know how you're supposed to get your money back, you're supposed to contact Wahido on Twitter. He's dealing with all that. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully they get everything sorted out. I don't know if I'm pretty sure that most of it has been resolved, but yeah, if you do need help and you don't know who to talk to, Wahido.
Yeah, and if you wanna win big, hit up Sliker, okay, and then just do the opposite of every call that he makes.
Yeah, that or Tim the Tapman is always wrong. So
Yeah.
if you just bet opposite of whatever Tim the Tapman bets, you're right. So
this wasn't your first run-in with degeneracy.
Oh no,
No.
not at all, dude. The streamers are wild, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
oh yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like the people that live around here, like there's definitely people that I just don't ever want to be around ever.
Yeah.
You know, not many, but like, yeah, dude, people are just, when you're surrounded by people that everyone, your attention relies on you doing something that people are going to be entertained by. There's some people that do the most rambunctious and like out of pocket shit all the time in order to get that attention. So it doesn't really
Especially when
surprise me.
there's a stream around.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, me too. You know, I love the attention.
But
It's what you need to do, to be honest. That's
Yeah.
like what you have to do. You got to grab that while you can get it.
a lot of people now like kind of know you as like the 27K guy, right? But like the
27K.
Yeah, minus 27K guy.
but you are a huge YouTuber. You have like a crazy, awesome like YouTube channel with
Thanks,
some of the
bro.
most creative stuff I've seen on it. And I know before that you were an editor. Like what was kind of like your path? Because I know you edited.
Basically, oh yeah. So I mean, long story short, like I had, I've just been in like the creative space for like a long time. I started off editing like my own shit, and then I eventually started watching streams because I knew about Twitch, but I could never watch it. I had dial-up at the time. It was like from before 2015, I had dial-up, like legitimate dial-up. So I
Did it
couldn't
make
load.
the noise?
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
all the time. It was funny too because if I was playing like Xbox, I was playing like Halo, and my brother this was so long ago that he was using Tumblr. If he used Tumblr, no one on the internet could use it, right? So so I once I was able to have internet that could even load Twitch streams, I was like, this is fucking awesome, dude.
When was that around?
That was around like 2015, 2016. But in 2016, I started like making my own content, and I started editing like stream clips. But I honestly, I didn't really do anything streaming related in terms of editing. I'd watched streamers. I watched like Mitch and like Recful, but then I found Ice like in 2016 ish, and I just started editing together like videos of him because I noticed that people were doing that. And at that time, odd shot was how you clipped anything. There was no Twitch clips.
Right.
And so the YouTube videos were like super important because there was so much going on. And this was right around the time when like Pokemon Go was happening. And so there was just like content overload. So I started editing for him, but it wasn't like official. I was just doing it as like a fan channel. But it got so big that my channel was literally bigger than his. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he got banned off of Twitch, and he had like hit me up, and it's such an Ice thing to do. It's like the last moment you can ask, because like at this point he needed someone to edit.
Yeah.
It wasn't like an option at this point, because all the time he'd be like, "Nah, bro, fuck that shit. YouTube's normie shit." And I was like, "Okay, well, like bringing you a fuckload of people, you should probably invest in it." And he was just not about it. And then once he had to go to YouTube, he asked me to be his editor. So I edited for him till like I think the beginning of 2018, around there. But that was like a grueling job, dude. I mean, that community was insane. Yeah. There was a lot of cool parts about that community, but it was like it was too much work at the end of the day. The job was like way too much. I was not getting paid enough.
Like, what did you do? Like, what made it hard?
Well, dude, the meme in that community was that like they would just shit on everyone, and with it was like a legitimate job that I had to do. It wasn't like, oh, you're like on camera. It's like, no, bro, I'm like by myself editing. Mm-hmm. So like day to day, I would record the chat while he was streaming, and then he would end stream. I would download everything, put all the overlays up so the chat like looks good, whatever, and then I would have the video out the next day by like 10 or 12 p.m. Like it would be like 10 a.m. or like 12 p.m. So it would be a turnaround time of like 10 hours or like 12 hours, which is insane because he would stream random ass hours all the time. And on top of that, the concepts that he was doing were like, they weren't for YouTube, they were for streaming.
Yeah.
And so I would do everything, dude. I would edit the entire thing and make the thumbnail, and that would come out, almost daily. Every single time that he streamed, I would try to make something out of it. And I did that for like over 2 years.
Sounds like dedication to me.
Yeah, I mean, it taught me a lot, that's for sure. I'm definitely grateful for that opportunity, but I would be lying if I said that it was like glamorous at all, because I rarely ever saw anyone, a part of that stuff, and I was like alone, just editing, just grinding for years. So
yeah. That's not fun. Hey, but it gave you experience, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's how I met Miz.
Yeah.
Just crazy. It's so random.
Speaking of Miz, I don't know if you knew this. Actually, you had to have known this because you were working with Ice and everything. Did you know that he was calling himself me? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
So he was behind the camera saying he was me, saying it's D Kane. And I had people come in my chat and be like, "Are you Ice Poseidon's cameraman?" And I was like, "No." And I didn't know where it came from until I met Miz, and then he told me that he was acting like he was me behind the camera.
That's super funny. Yeah. No, I never knew that.
Yeah.
It was funny though, because when I first met Miz in 2018, I knew that he had it. Even from the very beginning, dude, like I knew. Like I still think to this day, and I know there's obviously drama, but Miz is by far like one of the best streamers of all time. Actually, I would say like easily top 3, if not like top 2.
Mm-hmm. On the last podcast, we had the question, and I said that Mizkif was the best streamer in my opinion, like who I thought was the best. So,
he's just so talented.
It's like unreal. He studied it.
I mean, he did.
Yeah. So you can tell. It's like his like profession.
Yeah. No, he's really good at it. But it was funny because when he was deciding on because he had 3 options at the time in 2018. He could either, like Ice had offered him to stream on YouTube, and he would pay for his rent, and he was going to live with Ice, and he would be like Ice's waiting room. Mm-hmm. Which he would easily be at like 2K viewers immediately. His other option was he was just gonna like go to Twitch because he liked Twitch. He told me, he was like, I like Twitch's community way more. YouTube like sucks in that way. And then his last opportunity was he was going to go work at it's like some finance place, like some.
What?
You guys didn't know about this?
Yeah,
No.
I've heard him talk about it. Yeah.
Is it? Can I say the name or maybe not?
I don't know.
Well, you could just explain it without saying the name if you.
It was basically like an investment place. Like that's what he studied in school.
Yeah.
And he was like good at it. But the thing was is that like for him to like do that, it would like actually give him like a health risk. I can't remember all the details of that. But yeah, I mean back in those days, dude, it's so weird thinking about it, but I had told him, I was like, do whatever decision you will regret the least. Because at the end of the day, you can go to that company later, most likely, or go to something a bit worse in like a year or a year and a half, whatever.
He made the right choice.
Oh yeah,
For
dude.
damn sure he made
For
the right
sure,
choice.
he made the right choice.
Yeah.
When you were editing for Paul, were you close with him, or was it like more like a business relationship?
I wouldn't say I was like close. I would talk to him every so often. He's a very like closed off person. Honestly, I wouldn't really even talk to him that much in general because this is so random. But dude, he's like one of the most reckless people I've ever met. So basically on YouTube, you can give someone like access to like post videos and stuff like that. Like it's like a role to like invite your email. He couldn't figure that out. So he just gave me the login to his Gmail.
That sounds like him.
And it's not even like a business Gmail. Dude, it's like his entire account. It's literally his personal account that he's been using for years. And everything is connected to that.
That means he trusted you.
No, he didn't trust me.
So he
That's
just
the thing.
didn't know?
He gave me that immediately.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Wait, explain that to me.
When I first became his editor, he gave me that immediately. It wasn't a trust thing. It's that he just didn't care, dude. It was literally everything.
It didn't care about
This
what?
is a different time. Like we talked about this with the creature last time. It's like
I don't care.
back then people were so less careful than they are now.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a different level of not careful, though, dude.
Well,
That's a whole new.
Like
Wow.
I had access to all of his emails and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
never looked through them, but like it would come up because I was logged into his account, and I saw it one time because I was going to my mail and it had his up or whatever, and I was like, wait, he gave me access to everything. Like it's not just his YouTube account; it's literally everything. And this was at the time, dude. Like I'm sure this has come out somewhere, but bro, at the time when Ice was switching platforms, he had like serious offers, like millions in contracts if he was to go sign with someone else.
Right.
I think at the time, I mean, he's probably said it anyways, so it doesn't matter. But at the time, I think it was Periscope. Periscope offered him like $2 million to stream in there for 2 years.
yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
What is Periscope? Am I stupid?
Exactly.
So it's like a streaming platform?
Periscope was like Twitter's streaming platform, but it doesn't even
that's
exist
why I
anymore.
haven't-
Well, it was the
about
one
that.
where like the things were like flying up
I
the side
remember
of the
what was
screen.
the-
yeah.
What was the one that he did do? Was it D-Live? What was the one that
Oh,
he did?
good old
Mixer.
D-Live, dude.
Was it D-Live?
And Mixer too.
And Mix. I remember Mix.
Mixer was way after, but yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, that entire experience, honestly, I regret doing some of that, but it definitely I definitely do have to like thank him for the opportunity because he did keep me involved with things and he let me like do my thing.
Right.
Whenever I post a video, he would never. It's not like he would confirm or deny with me. I would just post it. The one video actually, though, it was funny because I feel like the entire time he didn't really realize how valuable it was to have someone like me. The one video that he questioned me posting, it was, I'll tell you after actually, it ended up being his most popular video of all time. It has like 3 million or something like that. I can't remember, which for a stream highlight is like insane. And yeah, I mean, the way that I titled it, the thumbnail, and the way that I edited it, literally it spawned a new niche. You guys will know it too. You know that the niche where people like fall asleep on stream, TTS?
Yeah.
That's it. That was the first video that was ever posted about that, and he didn't even think it was a good stream.
Oh yeah, you can make that into a good YouTube video. It might not have been the best stream. I didn't see it, but for a YouTube video, if you edit that right, it's got to be great.
Well, it was
Didn't they shoot him with paintball guns and shit?
No, that was the second one. The first one, it was just TTS, and I don't think he thought it was a good idea because he wasn't able to like see the content from like a video perspective, and on top of that, the title that I gave it, people still use that title format to this day.
What was
And
the
that
title format?
The title format was like how I made $3,000 while I was asleep,
Got it. Yeah. Okay.
which is like that's a juicer right there. Like that's an insane title.
Yeah, you read that and you're like immediately interested. So that makes sense.
Have how long after that? You said you were editing your own videos, but like you obviously you have your Lukeafk channel, and then you do those you do like the Zoom calls, and you do the Omegle where like you pretend, you know, you green screen yourself, right? Basically,
yeah,
and you connect two people that are not actually connected.
Yeah, so I'll go in the timeline. So basically, once I stopped working for Ice in 2018. I was still doing a bit like management stuff, but I wanted to go more towards like the branding side. So I ended up doing like brand deals, and that was like it was actually like pretty sick because you're just on like a 9 to 5, which with this stuff, that's not a thing. So I did that for like a year and a half or whatever. And I was actually really good at it. And then I like something like snapped in my head in the beginning of 2020. I was like, dude, if I want to do this, I have to do it like now, because I was 22 at the time, and I was like, you're never really going to have this opportunity again, or at least that's what it felt like. It like dawned on me. Yeah. And so at the beginning of 2020, I had like talked to a few people, and they were like, you should do it. And I just started doing it. I started posting videos, but the thing is that I was like really poor at this time, so I still had to work. I still had to do the marketing stuff.
Right.
So at the beginning, because I was logging all my hours, I was working like back to back, like 90-hour weeks, 100-hour weeks. Like it was really nuts. Because if I didn't, I literally would not be able to do anything. Because I got kicked out of my apartment, or not kicked out, but we literally had to move right as COVID started.
Yikes.
Yeah. And on top of that, it was so weird because I decided to do the YouTube channel before COVID, and then that happened. And I was like, the lockdowns and everything were happening. I was like, this is good for me.
That's
you know what I mean?
Like,
yeah. I mean, for me at least, like I just spent all the time working, all the time. I didn't do anything else but work.
Yeah. What's your favorite video that you made?
Oh man, my favorite video, dude. It has to be probably. I think it was. It's not one of my biggest ones, but it's like how I catfished like 200,000 people on Instagram or something like that. And the reason for that is because the entire format of my channel, I didn't really want to go the direction that I did. The whole format of it is I just wanted it to be like reckless. I wanted it to be like just shit is just coming at you. Because during that video, literally it starts off with like us waxing like everything, and it's bad. And then we're like putting on the like these like girl clothes. We're doing like a photo shoot. It's like all edited like really well. And then we're going like through the editing process to change me to like actually look like a girl. And then after that, it shows like the reactions to the post, and like literally no one noticed that I wasn't a girl.
Wow.
Yeah, like 200,000 people. It was nuts.
So
dude.
what you're saying is you're hot.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck, dude, you should see these DMs, bro. Big ol' sausages, boy.
Hey,
man.
Yeah, like kielbasa's. We're talking like big salams. Huge.
Oh, yeah.
Let's. I think I fixed the clips. We may as well just try. If you want to try the compilation clip, kind of just to show off. There we go.
Bro, what?
I wasn't trusting the process, but that. No!
Dude, I was so drunk.
No! No!
Holy shit!
It's crazy seeing all those clips. Dude, I've done so much for my stream. Like, that shower thing.
How'd you do that?
We basically had, it was like automated. So every single time someone would sub or do anything, or I would take damage in the game, the shower would spread. I paid the ultimate price for that, bro. There was like massive water leaks.
Oh man.
Yeah. Like, cause the thing was like attached into the shower.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the thing? Like, you got to explain this to me, how this worked. Do you have any idea?
It's kind of complicated to explain, but we basically attach something that you're not even supposed to use for showers. It's like an automatic watering thing. But instead, we set it up so that it would automatically water every single time someone did something. Like, there was a lot of stuff on my stream that was just like, I can't believe we actually were able to pull it off.
And then what?
Insane.
You just like saran wrap the laptop and.
Yeah. We saran wrapped everything. I had to get like waterproof keyboard, mouse, everything. I mean, the stream was insane. It was a nutty stream.
That sounds nuts.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I like to, with streaming, I think just pushing things is like always the best content. And I feel like that's very much lacking today. That's why I really liked Ice, because he was constantly trying to do that.
Yeah.
There's obviously a lot of facets of his content and things that like didn't really particularly like. But in terms of like his content and pushing the boundary, he would constantly do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one does that nowadays. Literally no one. If you think about it, like who was the last person that like actually like innovated? Ludwig.
Yeah,
With his
Ludwig,
subathon.
Yeah, like the new thing is now like it's like a lot of like very safe collaboration, shows, that sort of thing, right? So
Which is cool.
Yeah,
Like,
I still
don't get me
don't
oh
wrong,
yeah,
but-
I love it. But you're right that there is like it's become like very niche. Like you got like Scary Cheese like doing shots of hot sauce every day and like but it's a lot smaller.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know if like people just don't want to see that type of content as much. Maybe it just doesn't work as well. Maybe it's too much effort. But
It's
like,
the fear of being banned, dude.
Yeah, I think it's the risk.
There's a lot of stuff I would definitely do on stream that I've come up with. In fact, there's some things that we still could do, and I'll talk to you about it later.
I'm down.
But I think it's a lot of it scared of being banned. Like, can I do this? Is this like, am I okay to do this? I think a lot of people I think that all the time.
Yeah, 100%. I think that there's always an option though. Like for example, if I wanted to do like a drifting stream or something like that, there's places to do that. You can't just do it on a road, but there are places that you can do that, and by Twitch it is allowed.
Right.
Like if you own your own property, for example, you can't get banned for that. It's on your property. Like if
Right.
you have like a massive lot, bro, you could take like whatever in there and drift that shit.
Right. Wait, should I just say it? The stream I'm thinking of, you probably know. It's the one Clint kind of came up with. Should I just say it?
I'm not sure.
Hunting?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could talk
I
about
should
it.
just
Yeah.
say it? Okay. So we had this stream idea where like I think it's me, would dress up in like some sort of suit like an animal. And then there's like another person streaming while I'm streaming. One's the hunted, one is being hunted, and chat can like, interact and like give people advantages, but you shoot me with a paintball gun.
That's sick.
And you hunt me with a
Yeah.
paintball gun. But I don't know if that's like self-harm or whatever. Or
That is true. That is
So-
a tricky one.
yeah.
Yeah, Twitch is there's always that concern of like whether or not you're going to get banned. But I mean, compared to YouTube, it's not. I would rather be dealing with that than dealing with like, bro, you can't listen to music on YouTube. You
Wait,
can't.
really?
Bro, are you kidding me? This is something that no one talks about nowadays. You can't listen to anything that's DMCA or even remotely DMCA. The video will get claimed, and the stream will get taken down. That's why the whole meme of like Ludwig being like, not in this car, like about them talking about music. It's like, yes, in this car. It's more in this car, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got like an XL soccer mom van full of like problems with that, dude. And you can't react on there because all the videos that you're reacting to are already someone else's content, and that gets claimed as well. Streams down.
So do you know how it works on YouTube? Like where there's just automatic claims, like where like someone didn't even claim it. Like that happens
It's
all
all
the time.
It's all automated, all of it.
And how does that work? I don't know. I don't know how that
Basically,
works.
long story short, it's like they have their entire catalog, and there's different AI to track if you are doing something, if anything in your frame matches what they have in their catalog, then it claims it.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah, dude. Like that like one sound effect where it's like the like because it's like the super hot fire one. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about.
That noise is claimed. That guy makes like 10 grand a month from that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so if you ever use that whole video is claimed by him.
And the
He gets
whole
all-
video would be. You use that little clip.
All the revenue of that video gets claimed. Wow. Yeah.
And okay, so as a creator, do you have to like say that I want to claim this if other people use it?
Depending on how you go about it, yeah.
Right,
But
okay.
a lot of that's done through like third parties. But most people, I mean, if you're that guy, I can't remember if it was that guy or if it was someone else, Sorry if I'm messing that up, but they were like, yeah, fuck it. If anyone uses my shit, like I'm taking all the revenue. So they make like 10 grand a month.
Well, on our YouTube, you know more about this because you kind of run it. But what happened to the first podcast?
Oh, it was just the people just took all the LSF clips right away and just posted them everywhere. So whatever, we didn't make them take them down. We just kind of were like, make sure you shout us out, and then any that didn't, that's what we claimed, and some of them hit us up and we're like, I'll do it, So
what I'm confused about those, they post it first, right? And then you say this algorithm happens. Wouldn't that like flag our video even though it was our video? Does that make sense?
No, because the people that are posting your clip, they have no way to content ID. Like they have the content ID through YouTube, but if they were to like fight you over that, they would lose.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
they are not the person, so no one's going to do that.
So it wasn't too long ago. There was this like it was like Mr. Beast was talking about like all these like meta analysis of like YouTube stats and how deep he goes into it. When you're posting a video, do you go that deep into it? Do you think about it that much, or do you just try to make good content and
I'm just
do
loud.
the best?
That's what I do. I'm just loud, and then I turn it up even more. That's it. And I shake my ass.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah. No, I do. Of course I do. You know what I mean? YouTube's super analytical, but at the same time, you got to shake your butt cheeks to make a buck these days. So
you can't do that on Twitch. You get banned for that. Sort of.
I still shake it a little bit.
Just a little bit?
You gotta shake it.
Give them a little taste.
You gotta shake some.
Within certain boundaries,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen, dude. Someone gives me anything more than 50 bits. Sheesh.
I just know the first time I ever got banned, actually one of the only times was because of that. My nephew like shook his butt on my birthday and I got banned.
What?
That's it. Yep.
Okay, I gotta be careful of that, dude. What the hell? I didn't know it was that strict.
I think maybe his crack showed or something. That's probably why.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. You can't actually like shake ass for like donos or just really in general, but I don't know. With content on Twitch, it does feel so limited sometimes. It's crazy.
That's my biggest thing. The only thing that I would feel better about YouTube is you're not as limited, it seems like, other than the music thing, which I didn't know that. But on Twitch, I'm constantly like, am I going to get banned for this? Am I going to get banned for this? Am I going to get banned?
Also,
constantly.
With YouTube, dude, there's no community at the end of the day. Like, that's another thing people don't talk about. There's no community. YouTube streamers, like, for them to, like, actually collaborate with, like, another YouTube streamer, it feels like you're going into, like, another, like, website or something. Because when you're watching YouTube streams, it's all just videos and stuff.
Right.
With streaming on Twitch, everyone's doing the same thing at the same time. And I mean, I could be wrong by this, but like, dude, Twitch or YouTube said that they were going to implement clips literally in like 2018 or 2017. They didn't implement clips till like, I think 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
3 years, dude, for a feature that was on Twitch in 2016, I think, or something around there. I can't remember, but
you would think YouTube would get clips immediately.
The thing is, though, that people don't consider, I think, is the fact that YouTube is already a massive website. It's huge. Mm-hmm. So anything that they add into it is going to take a lot of time and a lot of people actually engineering the code to like implement it without breaking anything else.
Right.
And dude, for a long time, you literally couldn't even find YouTube streams until you were on a YouTube stream already.
Yeah.
And that's not a joke. You literally could not see any live content until someone had linked you to a live video.
And it's still like too many clicks to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the issues that I've heard everyone has with it. So,
I mean, I still think it could work. I still think it's a good option, but like, there's so many things to be aware of. It's not like just this like safe haven that everyone claims to be.
Right.
Because,
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Even before, if you got like claims like that, it would go by their old standard of like, if you get claimed or clipped or whatever, right? And you get a strike, you can't stream for like 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Which is insane.
Yeah.
Imagine you play a song, gets claimed, you can't stream for 2 weeks. It's like, they just fixed that like a year ago.
Oh, man.
And then like you get that 3 times and you're just done, right?
Yeah. Channel's gone.
So you're not in the Twitch doomer camp, huh?
I just don't think, I mean, I could be wrong by this and 100%, but I can't imagine that YouTube's ever going to have that community. I just don't think that they will. I don't think it translates. Even when you're on Lud's stream, you'll watch the chat and it's like you don't feel a part of anything. You just don't. I don't feel that. And I've like stood strongly on that. And I mean, I could be wrong, but Twitch just has something else about it. The community is just there, you know.
That doesn't take back all the dumbass shit they're doing right now, though. I mean, they could easily just be like, I mean, they're already like the number one, right? They're already there, and it just seems like they're slowly knocking themselves down by doing this dumb shit.
Well, they're too comfortable at the end of the day. Twitch is too comfortable, dude. Like, they have to be innovating. They have to be doing shit. They need to be making more announcements that matter as much as an announcement that literally cuts everyone's wages. Like, that was one of the worst decisions I've ever seen, dude.
Right, yeah, that was crazy.
Like,
that was absolutely nuts when I saw that. I mean, it didn't affect me, but at the same time, it was like, why? Like,
yeah.
I feel like it's not like it's gonna obviously get them a little more revenue, but I feel like it wasn't worth that, because more people are gonna be pissed off, more people are gonna like want to leave, and it's just gonna cause more issues than getting that money, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know how many people that really affects. I don't know. Someone had thrown out a number. They said it was like 100 million that they'd be getting more, but I doubt it. I don't know.
And honestly, 100 million it's a lot, but it's not like, I don't think it would be that much.
Yeah.
And plus, it's not like gonna cause like a huge dent in what they're trying to do. There's other ways they could get way more money than that. So,
dude, this is random, but it just came to my mind talking about Twitch stuff before. Because obviously everyone knows about like Ice scamming like $500,000 or however much. I can't remember how much it was.
You talking about CX coin or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is public, but there was talks of him getting unbanned potentially.
Before that?
Yes.
Do you think he didn't get unbanned because of that?
Hell yeah. They don't want someone on their platform to just scam their entire audience $500,000.
So what do you think was going through his mind when he basically just was like, yeah, hell yeah, I scammed everyone? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I actually don't know. He's like self-sabotaging. Like, he just self-sabotaged himself, because at the end of the day, dude, like, I don't think YouTube is working out as great as Twitch could for him. And I think that was one of the worst decisions he could have made. I actually think that was like one of the worst decisions I've ever seen for a creator. Like, if you scam your audience, that's never forgivable.
Right.
Like,
and
people
he just
remember
admitted
that.
it. Like, it was nothing.
Yeah, and he admitted it
And
too.
then he called them stupid for not getting out of it, which I was wondering if you had any insight, because it made no sense to me.
I don't know. I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I did a lot of things that he did. I will say though that like he is still in my mind, just from a live streaming perspective. It's like a content creator. I still think he's like absolutely one of the best. I think that he has done so much for live streaming that people don't understand. Like with XQC's community, those people don't even know that a lot of their memes have come from Ice's community.
Yeah, no.
The whole Andy meme. Yeah, like the goblin stuff. That wasn't X, that was Ice before.
Oh, I know.
Like, a lot of that shit came from Ice.
Yeah.
It's weird, because I was obviously like very much a part of that community in terms of like editing the stuff and whatever. And yeah, it was weird to see like all those memes be like just passed through.
Let's pretend the you know, we're in the multiverse here, and the world had been different and Ice had been unbanned, say, a few months ago. What do you think 2022 Ice Poseidon streams on Twitch look like?
I think he might have gotten banned again. I don't know. I think actually maybe not, because the sensible thing to do would just be to like be more chill. Mm-hmm. Don't get banned. That's it. But to be honest, I could see him seeing how many viewers he had and being like, "Fuck it, bro.
Yeah,
like we're going skydiving, bro." Like, I could definitely see that. But yeah, I mean, I think he would have easily came back to like at least 20,000 concurrent.
Easily,
yeah,
dude, easily. Like if that stuff never had happened with the coin and he got unbanned, I'd say he'd be closer to 100.
Yeah,
easily, actually.
Wait, 100?
Yeah, I think because everyone, at a point, once he was banned, everyone already knew about his old videos and everyone knew. And if him getting unbanned on Twitch after all that time became public, everyone would be talking about it. All the streamers would be talking about it. Like, oh my God, he's unbanned. He would go live and everyone would be like, I got to see this. I'm telling
That's
you, he
true.
would have so many.
But how many would he keep?
I don't know, but he would have over 100K easily. Easily.
I don't know, because at the same time, dude, when he was like really popular, live streaming itself was not nearly as popular as it was today. Like, not even close.
I mean, if he was unbanned today, it wouldn't happen. But if he was unbanned before the CX coin stuff and he got unbanned like after like 3 years of being off, yes, it would be huge. It would be giant.
I still think a lot of people don't know about him.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Dude. I mean, when's the last time you've seen any video of him?
Yeah, but that's still, I still feel like there'd be a giant community that would know. And then the people that don't know would come and be like, what are they talking about? Why is this? Yeah. I'm telling you, it would be a ripple effect. It would be giant.
And everybody would be talking. I mean, the streamers that people do know would probably be talking about it. So.
And like you said, he was one of the innovators.
But
that's true.
Could you imagine if all this stuff was going on and Ice was currently on Twitch? Like, imagine him in the mix, like in the call, and all that. Like, I was making the joke that it was like the Twitch Illuminati.
Yeah,
we're meeting.
That was another thing that was really weird, is how many people inserted themselves into that situation.
Yeah.
Like, that was so unnecessary. I was gonna say a name, but there were so many people talking about that and inserting themselves that it was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this situation was literally between like two people, and then you had like literally like 10 or 15 other people commentating on it and like making moves around. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I mean, it's pretty obvious why they did that.
Well, at the end of the day, dude, it's just what gives you more viewers.
Yep.
It was like a world war. Forget even a civil war. It was like, you attacked my friend, and then it was just all the alliances came out.
Dude,
nuts.
Everyone's just slithering around, dude. I feel like I'm playing Slither.io living in Austin.
Yeah.
No cap.
And
Dude,
that-
there's a lot of good people in Austin, though. It's
No,
not all
they're all
shitty.
shit.
There's
they're
a
all
lot of
shit,
good people.
and they suck.
There is a lot of shit people, but there's also a lot of good
No,
people.
there are some really good people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, like streamers, that they will never do things like that, and that's why they don't pop off, because they're just not willing
Yeah.
to do that.
Right.
True. That's really true.
Yeah, there definitely are a lot of cool people. I will say though, did I mention to you guys that I was talking about Adri's situation? I was saying how like pretty much it's not uncommon for certain people to be like blacklisted or not invited to things.
Right.
Yes.
And I was talking about it, dude, and then someone messaged me and they were like, "The fuck you say about Clint Stevens?" And I was like, I never talked about Clint Stevens. I was talking about Clint 1717, a completely different scenario. And this person was so pissed at me, dude. And I was like, I wasn't even talking about him, man.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, because I had given an example. I was like, Adri's not the only person that like wasn't getting invited to things. There's like many different people. Some reasons are maybe justified. Others, like Adri's, absolutely not.
Right.
So yeah, it was just kind of funny. But like all that stuff coming out, dude, you get to see these people that are just like actually insane. Dude,
Like,
speaking of, what do you guys think is going to happen with Miz? What do you think he's going to do?
It's a good question. I think he's going to come back in October.
That's so specific.
Well, he said
He
it.
said it in his offline chat, I think.
Did he? I didn't see that.
Coming back like mid-October. The thing is, I don't know how he's gonna treat it, because I haven't talked to him since. He's either going to just come back and apologize and then just act like everything's normal again, or I have no idea. What do you think? I have absolutely zero idea what he's gonna do.
I think there's no way he's done with streaming.
No.
There's no way.
He's coming back in October.
Yeah, someone, I think it was like Destiny, and he was like, "Yeah, bro, he's done." And I was like, I don't think so, bro. Like, there's no way.
He might take a shot, but he's gonna come back and he'll be okay. He'll still be good, but he's definitely gonna take a shot. I think he'll have a lot of viewers, and I think a lot of them are gonna be shitting on him. But then he'll still have people that support him as well.
What do you think is going to be like the percentage? Like if
Like
he was
80% shit on, 90%.
no
good.
shot.
Yeah, bro.
80% shit on?
At least the first stream back. There's gonna be
Dude,
people that come in just to do that and then leave.
I think you're discounting heavily how quickly people forget about shit.
I might be.
And I'm
I
not
could
saying
be wrong.
that's obviously wrong, but bro, at the end of the day, people want one thing, and that's content.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Right.
So I think that people are gonna forgive him, and he's just gonna keep going.
I'm just talking about the first stream back.
Oh, okay.
That's the first stream.
Oh,
Right when he
dude,
comes
yeah, the first stream
it's
is
be
gonna-
shit on,
Yeah.
and then it'll start going back to normal.
For
That's
sure.
what I think.
And it's just like fact of the matter, like you have Hatewatchers are going to be in his chat, but like, does that really matter? It's more ad revenue. Like
to him it matters, dude.
Well,
he actually.
I mean, if your mods are working though, like
Yeah, but it still gets to anyone. I'm actually very surprised, like how much that shit can get to people, and like Miz isn't any different.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, even like we know, even on a small scale, like it feels like shit, and then, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that, like, I think long term, I think everything is going to be fine. I think I really hope, like, him and Adri work out, like, their differences. I hope Adri ends up working out. I think the person that did the most wrong got punished, right? And I just hope that, like, for the sake of, just not holding on to, like, grudges or anything, that they just...
Yeah, I'd love to see Adrian as, like, just...
Yeah. And
that would be insane, dude. Yeah. That would be content.
That might be... See, that could be a route he could go. He could just,
I would do... If I was in his position, fuck yeah, I would do that.
Talk to her. Me? Yeah.
I think that'd be the best route. The one thing I will say about that situation that I think got overlooked insanely hard is the clips of Asmund, dude, just wiling out. Like, granted, yeah, fucking insane situation.
Yeah.
But Asmund was, like, going off the handle towards someone who was, like, already suicidal.
Right. Yeah, I didn't even agree with that. I feel like Slick obviously should be punished in some way, but...
Oh, for sure. Without a doubt.
Unless you're like a serial killer, no one should ever say you deserve to die or something.
Yeah, wishing death on someone's pretty nuts.
That's
more importantly, wishing death on someone in front of tens of thousands of people is, like, dangerous, bro.
Right. Yeah. That's actually crazy you brought that up, because I actually forgot about that. So that's what you mean by it was overlooked.
And what was surprising about it to me to hear that was, like, Asmund is, I think, like, of all streamers, I probably agree with his takes more often than anybody.
Same.
And he's always, like, so, like, very logical the way he approaches things. Like, you had to know that, like, if he's reacting that way, wrong or right, however you feel about it, chat, it had to have really, really bothered him for him to break his, like, normal, like, very calm demeanor when he thinks about these things, and to, like, go that far, because I'm sure he knew when right after he said it, he probably was like,
I felt that way too, because he is extremely logical. He removes emotion from, like, his arguments. But someone had said, even in his chat, because if you guys don't know about the clip, by the way, he had said, I feel bad for laughing, but the delivery is, like, so over the top. He's like, I hope he fucking dies. Yeah. He dies. And then he talks about, like, his character.
I think he said, like, not in a video game, right? Did he say that? Or?
Well, yeah, but he's like, yeah, I want to.
Said not in a video game?
Wait, no, I'm probably misquoting, so I don't want to, like.
Well, right after that, he said, yeah, I'm thinking about leveling up my mage. And then someone was, like, in the chat, they're like, in a video game? And he's like, no, not in a video game. In real life. And I was like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems like it just kept going.
Okay, we're 20 minutes till the end, so if you wanted to ask any closing questions, now's the time.
Okay.
I had one of my ex-girlfriends, dude. God, this story's so bad. We were, like, in bed, and I guess she had never seen me, like, not hard before. Which do you guys ever show that? Like, if you're with someone and, like, you're just starting to be with them, do you ever show them, like, your soft, like,
I mean,
cock?
I've gone skinny dipping and shit, so yeah.
That's brave. What about you?
I never really thought about it this much, to be honest. Like, I never.
I mean,
obviously it's on your mind.
Guys.
Was it embarrassing? Did she say, "Wow, you're small" or something?
She literally was, like, on top of me and, like, was down there, and she was looking at it, and she, like, wiggled it around, and she said, she went, and I was like, "What's funny?" And she said, "It's cute."
Oh no!
It was bad, dude. It was really bad.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I have a small cock.
That's so funny. She just called it cute.
Yeah, she should have called it cute.
At least it wasn't just like, oh, it's small. At least she said it was cute, so she could, like, play with it. Maybe put a hat on it.
Cute is literally worse. Like, cute is like something. It's like what you call, like, a kitten or, like, a stuffed animal.
Yeah. Or
I don't want a girl to refer to my cock like that. I want her to be like, yeah, that, like, magic stick, like that fucking sword you wield, like, sheesh.
Dude, I love how we get to closing questions and you're just like, penis.
I'm just saying, dude, like, it's an issue for sure, for me at least. I don't know how you guys have never thought about this. Like, how do you go skinny dipping and you're not
I've never had a girl call my dick cute.
I would never go. I don't think anyone, me included, with the chat, I don't think any of us would ever go skinny dipping.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not, dude? Like, I'm barely working with anything when it's soft. If I'm in cold water, bro.
Yeah, it shrinks, but they know that.
It doesn't just shrink for me, though, dude.
It goes
it's
inside?
Yes. Are you kidding me? You guys are joking.
That's not normal, bro.
I'm pretty sure that's normal.
No, that's not normal, dude.
Well,
It's okay, dude.
How old are you, Luke?
I'm 25. So I'm still waiting on the next puberty step when it goes up.
Is your brother older or younger?
Older.
How aware is your family of like your content?
Well, the thing that I always like subscribe to is that like when people need to know, they'll just find out. Literally, I told pretty much no one I was doing YouTube. I told 3 people. Everyone found out on their own because I was recommended to them.
Why didn't you tell people?
Just don't care. I don't need someone else's validation.
Right. So
you know what I mean?
But if someone's asking you like, "What have you been doing?" You wouldn't just. Be
I was telling them I'm doing marketing or whatever. I'm like still working, but the reality was I was just like fucking slamming my head against the wall, like editing and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, word spread really fast. I went from like 0 to like 1 million subscribers in like 10 months. So like people just knew.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many views did your first video get?
Oh, like 2 or 3.
2 views.
Yeah.
Okay, when was like your first, I guess, big breakthrough video then?
The thing was, there was never like a breakthrough or like a big break in a sense, because every video back to back for literally the first year after the 3rd one that I posted was bigger than the last.
So it was
Like-
just steady growth.
Yeah, it was like we have 100K on this one at like 7 days. Next one 200K. The next one 400. Next one a mil.
Wow.
So it just like kept going up.
Do you have more fun making those videos or streaming?
Oh, streaming for sure. Recording is a super lonely process, you know, because to be honest, people ask me to collab and shit, and it's like, no one's gonna want to sit there with me for 8 hours. Like, no one's gonna want to do that. And then on top of that, streaming, I don't know. I feel like with streaming, like people they understand a lot more of like my sense of humor, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
And I don't know. I just like I've always like felt like I am part of the chat. If that makes sense. I've always felt like it's really easy for me to see what someone in the chat is saying and know the like intention of it and like why it's funny. Like someone before we even started stream was like, "WTF? It's muted. It's muted," and they just have the mute badge on. That person says that every stream.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like it's stupid, but that's like my type of humor. I like really
It's like
dumb
community.
shit.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like a whole community feel.
Yeah, it's
So-
like loud equals funny, ho ho ho, like that type of humor.
Okay, so who would you say is your favorite streamer then?
My favorite streamer? Oh man,
And maybe we should do like favorite ever, and then favorite like now.
Current, yeah. Favorite ever, favorite current.
damn, I got a Sag answer.
Uh-oh.
Favorite ever, easily Wreckful. Dude, he was one of a kind. Like that, man. He was so sick, dude. There was something about him. He was just so genuine, you know. I mean, I'm sure you guys watched his streams. Like
Oh yeah.
he was just fucking sick. And then probably like right now, like favorite streamer that I like actually watch. Oh man, probably Destiny, because I can't really make opinions for myself, so it's like good to like have someone else make them for me. You know what I mean?
Completely understandable, yeah. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
just listen to whatever he says and take it as fact.
Oh yeah, I write it down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so when I'm on my stream, anyone asks me, I just have it right there,
And you're
it's
like, "Here's my notes."
yeah, what did Steven say today?
Well, that's one way to look at it, dude.
What do you guys? What about you guys? Favorite stream?
My cat.
It's a good one.
Yep.
My favorite,
current
like current streamer is probably Asmin.
Really?
Yeah. I think a big part of that is, you know, when I was working for Everland and Byron died, like I was looking for a job. I watched Asmin stream all day. Well, it was just like 8 hours a day, like applying to jobs and stuff. And like it like kind of became attached to that like
Yeah.
feeling, you know. So now like whenever I see his stream, I just like think back to like
Totally. That's the same way with me and like Wreckful. Like it takes you back to like a place of just like that was like you're one of like the main sources, at least for me, of like happiness or like relief was like in his stream.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally with Asman, I don't know. You know, I try to pay attention, but all I can look at is his eyebrows. You know what I'm talking about? And like they are really speaking some knowledge just constantly.
Do you like Asman's like hairstyle, or do you feel like he should cut it again?
There's no cutting though. If he cuts it, it's gone.
It's just bald.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, he was pretty much bald before. You could just go back bald.
I think it'd be worth.
Right?
I don't know. I never look at his hair, to be honest.
You know, we're running out of time, but I just was thinking about this because we kind of talked about this earlier. But like, I have kind of gotten a sense from like some people that are like here in Austin, and they're like maybe like, you know, quote unquote smaller streamers. But by that I mean like they're doing good, but they're not like one of the people that everybody knows or mainstream, right? A lot of people seem like kind of annoyed at how much like you were saying with the blacklisting, like how much like power maybe and influence that like larger streamers might have over their careers but unintended, right?
Oh yeah.
So like, you know, someone could say something bad about somebody, and now everybody that's in that room that hears it is like, oh, I shouldn't work with that person.
Oh,
Right.
for sure.
Like, have you seen stuff like that? Have you felt that? Or
Oh, I've definitely seen it. I've definitely felt it. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. The first year that I lived in Austin, I was like really sad. That's why the first time I met you and I was like actually over here, I was like stoked because it was the first time I was like really meeting people in the streaming community.
yeah,
Dude, wait. Well, the first time I met you wasn't it at Mitch's release party thing?
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time, right?
Yeah, because Mitch took me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mitch like made a point because I told him, I was like, I'm just gonna be honest with you, dude. Like, I don't know anyone out here. Like, I really want to meet people. And he was like, oh shit, like I'll introduce you. Because the whole reason why I moved out here originally is because Miz told me to.
Right.
And every single time I would hit up Miz, I mean, he's just busy as fuck. And so like he either like wouldn't respond in time, or like there's like a time or two when he just like flaked. Mm-hmm. And like I don't really exactly blame him, but it was really shitty at the beginning because I didn't know anyone.
yeah.
And in that way, yeah, I felt like this fucking sucks. I literally can't do anything with anyone because I'm not part of the scene.
Yeah. Yeah, I was very lucky. Like, JCG introduced me to everybody.
Yeah.
And, like, introduced me to you, like, everything. I knew JCG and K-Bubbles.
Yeah.
Dude, that first house we lived in really brought a lot of people together.
Yeah. But if someone comes here and moves here, and they don't have one of those, like, immediate connections.
To introduce you to everyone. But if you know someone,
see
they'll
it being
introduce
on
you to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure they will. It's just that Miz was that person for me.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just
I mean, he's just business minded, dude. He streams. He's done streaming. He chills. He wakes up.
yeah, he's business minded, but he doesn't like, dude. I like never see him like ever.
Yeah.
No one ever sees him. You know, like he just like works all the time. I don't know. I if there's anything like real advice I would give him is just to like step back a little bit sometimes. I mean, he has been though, so I can't like criticize him. He's been working out more, and he said that makes him feel better. But I mean, yeah, with other streamers and stuff, I could totally get that. The entire career relies on you meeting people and doing things with people to a certain extent. And if you can't even get in the doorway of just even knowing someone, let alone streaming with them, it's like you can't do anything. You cannot progress. You have to do it yourself completely.
Right.
How's your experience been since you started, like, coming around more and...
Honestly, I really do like everyone a lot. I think most people are really sick. I fucking hate the drama though.
Yeah.
There is so much drama all the time, and I think I got so accustomed to not being a part of that when there is drama, it's like I fucking hate it. I don't even really like hearing about it that much.
Overwhelming, yeah.
It's super overwhelming. When all that shit was happening, like the week prior, it was just like, dude, this is too fucking much, man. Like, this is way too much. And
It was insane.
Yeah.
The craziest thing is like the first part of the drama all stemmed from a clip from our last podcast that was completely taken out of context.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Really?
They clipped my brother saying something about XQC, saying he wasn't going to ship camp months ago. But really, he was saying that he told his chat he wasn't going to ship camp months ago. And then they took it out of context to make it sound like he was saying XQC said months ago he wasn't going. Blew up. They took it off live stream
XQC
fails,
leaked.
made the right one. Then XQC went nuts and was like,
He leaked
hey,
his relationship ending or whatever. And then
like he just took it the wrong way. Then he found out, and then he was like, oh, shit.
it was the first domino. Well, no, E-Rob being banned was the first domino. Free E-Rob.
True. Free E-Rob.
Dude, shout out to the clip chimpers, bro.
Is
insane.
who do you think's the most authentic person you've met in streaming?
Ooh, that's a good question. Most authentic, probably Mercy, my roommate. I think that's kind of a cheap answer because she's like my best friend.
Yeah.
Besides her, the absolute most authentic person that I've met, like, do they have to be a streamer?
Well, just just in this community. I mean, chat's probably not going to know who you're talking about if they're not a streamer, but
They might know him because Miz had hosted him, and he was the chef for the OTK camp. Eggsy. Eggsy's by far the most authentic person I've ever met. I could talk to him literally all day.
Yeah.
He's really cool. It's really sick too, and I feel like anyone can relate to this. Is that like when you have a lot of people and you don't have that much time to spend with everyone, when you do meet someone super authentic, it just stands out to you.
Yeah.
So much. Because in this world, it's like you socialize and you're like around people. It's like, is this person trying to like suck off my clout, bro? That's like how it feels. That's like how a lot of people treat it too. It's like, I don't want them coming over here. I don't want them taking in my viewers.
That is a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
that
weird.
Definitely happens.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I mean, there's some cool people for sure. There's a lot of cool people, definitely.
Yeah, I that's what I was saying earlier. There's a lot of people that probably just aren't even like well known in the scene, but they're really cool. I've lived in Austin my whole life too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it hasn't always been what it is.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everyone's here because of Soda wanted to move back here, right?
I mean, that is definitely a big part of it. I mean, like, I think Asmund already lived here. My brother already lived here.
That's true.
Who's the other streamer that lived here? Trainwreck's lived here actually for a while.
Yeah, I think Wreckful had moved out here too.
Wreckful was out here. So once there was that core, then it's also taxes.
True.
So
Yeah.
then a lot of people just started, moving here.
Dude, I save so much money on taxes. It's insane living here. It's nuts.
I will tell you though that the big like rush of people that started moving here was whenever we got that first streamer house. It was like Pink Sparkles, me, Jay, Punzel, K Bubbles, Mitch. That first real house, like, kind of started this wave of just like, oh, they're doing
Wait a
this.
second, dude. Yeah, that house.
Yeah. So then that happened, and that's when people were just like in droves moving to Austin.
And now
Yeah.
it's like insane. Like now it's like getting to the point where like my brain is running out of room for names. you
Yeah.
know, and
There's so
and
many people.
you can't have an event or a party without offending somebody because you just can't have 200 people in your house.
Yeah.
You know
for
what I
sure.
mean?
And you just forget.
Which is also why it's so easy to get banned from parties because there's so many people that like if you're causing trouble, there's no room for you.
It's not
You know what I
like
mean?
hard to not cause trouble, too.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing about it, dude. People are just reckless as fuck. But yeah, there's so many people out here, bro. It's actually insane.
Yeah.
It's
It
just
is.
really weird to think that it stemmed from like, I mean, you guys and then just a few other people. And then everyone wanted to move out here.
I would say my brother, Asmund, Wreckful, the original people that lived here was like a giant part of it.
Yeah,
They
for
got
sure.
like a bunch of other bigger streamers to move here. Then other streamers wanted to move here. And then once that house happened, people were like, oh, everyone's collabing in Austin because that's what we were doing. We were all collabing. Then that's when people were like, oh, I need to get there because I can collab with them. I know them.
Man, that was like watching the real world but on Twitch,
Yeah.
you know.
That was.
It just sucks because the only reason why I moved here is because Miz promised me that I would be able to work out as this like in the same gym as Soda Chance Morris Poppin, and that still hasn't happened. And
No, he
I don't
did
know.
not. He did not. Did he really?
Yeah, he promised me that.
I can get you to work out in the gym with him.
Really? Because that's all I've been wanting to do.
Just work out with my brother.
Yeah, even if I could just like watch him.
Just watch him.
Well,
Yeah.
look at this power brokering going on by Dustin Morris with.
Yeah, we can make this maybe happen. What do you think, Whiskey? Cool.
Nice.
All right, we can make this happen.
Yeah, I mean, Austin's cool. It's a cool place. What do you guys think is gonna be the next meta on Twitch? If you had to guess, besides hot tubs.
I am thinking
The forgiveness meta. Everyone.
Nah, fuck that. I think it's gonna be the blood meta.
Everyone goes on Scuff Podcast, apologizes to each other, and no. Yeah.
I was actually thinking of just like literally attaching a camera to my cat and just streaming it 24/7.
That's not a bad idea. I used to have a camera that was attached to like the underneath of my desk, so it was like a feet cam. I thought that meta was gonna pop off, but I was gonna be like the
See, that's another
Blaze
thing.
Runner.
Well, what I talked about earlier.
Sick.
Can't you get banned for that? Sexualizing
No, I wasn't
your feet?
sexualizing it.
Right.
My viewers
Okay,
just.
How do
if
you
you sexualize
sexualize feet?
What do you mean?
How do you
They're sexy.
sexualize feet? So if you're showing your feet, you're not sexualizing them. How do you? Show
I'm
them
not sexualizing them, but I think feet personally are sexy for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like I've heard people can get banned for showing feet. Like if someone asks
I think that
you
was.
to show
I think
feet-
that's an old rule.
okay. Hopefully that's not.
They
a
can
rule.
never. Twitch can never make me put these puppies away. Okay,
Got it.
they're staying.
Yeah.
If I had to guess what the meta is going to be, it's probably going to be leaking and gambling.
Leaking and gambling was like it's not a meta, but it was pretty big for a while.
Take my word
But
on
leaking's
this.
already
They will find a way.
Leaking's already started.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, with the gambling stuff, they will find a way.
Who is
And
they?
anyone that's gambling right now, there's workarounds to that rule for sure. For sure, there is.
I mean, obviously there's like different sites you can go to, but I don't see how you work around it.
I don't know. I can't say anything, but it's someone had told me something that there actually is a way for gambling to work on Twitch, even if it's banned.
Okay. Cool.
So to any people out there that are heavily addicted, all right, you got some entertainment lined up, even after the 17th.
All right. Hey, Luke, we appreciate you coming on. Hey, are we doing anything after?
No, maybe we can. No, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Luke, thank you for coming on. Guys, this is the second episode. Thank you, chat, for joining us. Really appreciate it. And we will do another one soon. I'll announce it on my Twitter. Razor, you want to say anything?
Yeah, guys. First, channel F in the chat will bring you to our new YouTube page. That's where all of our shows are going to be. Hatewatchers and the fashion show are going to be there, plus an upcoming game show to be revealed. On top of that, please make sure you follow Luke on Twitch, Luke AFK fan. Mods, if you could please shout Luke out. Also follow his YouTube, which is crazy.
Yes.
Crazy good.
Thank you, bro.
Went to bed one night, and I was like, Nina, you got to look at Luke's YouTube. And we just sat in bed for like another 2 hours just watching
No
all your
shot,
videos.
really?
Yeah, I was up till like 4 in the morning watching your videos.
Sheesh, dude. Thanks, man.
Yeah. But yeah.
You want to say anything?
Yeah, can you guys give me a ride home? Because Sliker took my car.
Yeah, I got you, dude.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Nice.
All right, later, guys.